Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Void. I'm Player One, and welcome back to Silent Hill, the play novel. Last time, we got out of the school and are now in the hospital. Met Kaufman. He pulled a gun on us, and it was quite nice. I don't think that would be the word I would use. But yeah, and then we did a nice little puzzle where we had to get liquid into different beakers and stuff. And yeah. So now, we continue on. Harry melted the chain on the door with the completed liquid. The door slowly opens with a click. Inside the storehouse, nothing important looking stands out. I carefully edge between the simple metal shelves that have been placed here in a specific arrangement. However, nothing is here that makes this room worthy of being called a storehouse. Well, damn. I am drawn toward the cabinet in the back of this room. This is because I found the presence of the wooden cabinet strange and unsuitable for this simple room. I approach the cabinet and try to open it. However, it will not budge. Well, look at the floor under the cabinet, look inside the cabinet, look on top of the cabinet. Floor? I don't know. There's an important clue inside this cabinet, and I should be able to open it right away, but then I gradually come to understand that there is no need to do so. The necessity of the cabinet here is thin, as anything could be used to satisfy the requirement. If something is needed to block my path, then a bunch of stones could work just as well. I thought this as I looked at the scratches in the floor that were the same width as the cabinet. The marks on the floor are still fresh. They tell me that some other human probably came down here. Is there something beyond this cabinet? Okay, I didn't think that would actually do something, but there we go. Using my body weight, I slowly push the cabinet from its original position. The existence of the inviting door behind the cabinet seems completely natural, so of course I place my hand on it. The room is very inorganic. While shining my flashlight about, I move through the room and eventually discover a grate in the floor. From between the bars and the grate, I can see a staircase that leads to a lower floor. The grate makes a clunk sound as I open it. It is quite heavy. Even though I am sure of my strength, I do not believe that I could pick it up. After opening the grate enough so that I can pass through it, I gently place one foot on the staircase that has appeared. Slowly and cautiously, confirming each step as I go, I descend the staircase to a mad place in which light cannot reach. Finally, I reach a wide room, much wider than I imagined. I guess this based on the echoes of my footsteps. Run. I am running through this eerie space that lies in the basement of the hospital. It is lifeless, and there is no light. All I can do is run through it. Does this world have an end? Or did it even have a beginning? Everywhere I go, all that I do is solve the mysteries that appear one after the other, and then move on. I understand this, and expect that the same situation will continue. Still, all I can do is move forward. My thinking always results in this conclusion. Oh. This door has awaited me. I slowly turn the knob. The inside of this room is different from the ones I have encountered up to this point, and I can feel life in here. There are traces and a sense that someone was in this room. I softly pick up the picture frame that was displayed on the desk. Alessa. That is engraved on the picture frame. I gaze at the picture. It is a face that I think I have seen somewhere. I try to remember where as hard as I can, but at the end I cannot remember at all. But I am sure that I have met this girl somewhere, and more than just once. A diary has been placed next to the picture frame. I reach out with my hand. Why would we pick up the picture? Pick up the diary. Something is written in the diary. April 15. From today, this will be my new diary. Lisa secretly gave this to me as a present, and it means that soon I should be able to take my bandages off. A bird landed on a branch of the tree outside my window. I gazed at it for a bit. Seeing those beautiful colors, I thought again that it must be spring. I wish I could play outside like the other children. It is now afternoon, and they have come again. I pretended to be asleep, and it looks like they did not notice. They talk quietly as not to be heard outside my room. I do not understand the meaning of what they discussed. They never talk in this room, I thought. April 16. Someone is talking outside my room. It sounds serious, but it doesn't seem to be about me. Perhaps it's because he doesn't want to disturb me. Even the hospital director has not come to see me much lately. I don't like the director very much, so I'm honestly quite happy. April 16, P.S. By some strange chance, I learned a certain person is coming to visit me. April 17. Everyone has been in a rush for some reason since before sunrise this morning. Something about a dead person coming back to life. Does that really happen? It is a frightening story, and because of that my meal was a little late. The cold soup is disappointing. Suddenly I remembered him. Maybe he has forgotten me, but I definitely remember him. Lately I think of him often. I want to see him. Looks like my visitor is coming in the evening and the day after tomorrow. Before then, just once. April 18. It is finally tomorrow. I will not tell anyone about this. If I tell anyone, they will probably strap me to my bed. Before they arrive, a friend that can share my feelings. The only one. I wonder if she will realize this. Tonight I will go to bed early. April 19. I must get out of here. For the first time in a while, I've worn my favorite pendant. Does it look good on me? I will write about the results here tomorrow. April 20. Quotation. The last page is blank. I placed the diary under my arm and prepared to leave the room. However, my eyes once again returned to the picture frame that the diary had been placed next to. She was all alone, but I have Cheryl. The girl in the picture is appealing to me for something. In the painful silence, I can feel a spiritual message. After wavering, I removed the picture from the frame and slid it into my pocket, and I left the room. Alessa. Just who is she? And why was her picture on display in the deep basement of the hospital? And where was that strange feeling of a life that I sensed in that room coming from? I am unable to figure any of it out. And so, I am irritated. Okay. I head for the examination room on the first floor. All the mysteries of the hospital are surely prepared in that room. Believing so, I race up the stairs while having difficulty breathing. When I open the door to the examination room, I feel the presence of a person and stop moving. The inside of the room is dark. Someone is here. Who is it? Slowly approach, fire the gun. Well, it could be a baddie. However, there is one more person that could be in this hospital, and I think it might be them. Slowly approach. Indeed. Hello, Lisa. Wow, no sound for that cutscene was weird. Once the woman realized that I was a human, she ran towards me and threw her arms around me like a child would. Finally, someone else who's okay. After mumbling those words in a tearful voice, she held me more tightly. Who are you? My name's Lisa Garland. What's yours? Harry Mason. After we exchanged our simple introductions, I sat in a chair and she sat on the bed so that we were facing each other. The woman that called herself Lisa had blonde hair and an intelligent look to her. Maybe she might know something. At the moment I was about to speak, the woman began talking. Harry, tell me what's happening here. Where is everybody? I must have gotten knocked out. When I came to, everyone was gone. Her voice did not feel like it was coming from her body, and was accompanied by a strange reverberation. It's awful. So you don't know anything either. Great. I just don't get it. It's like this is all some kind of bad dream. As I select my words, I have a feeling that even my own words are not coming from my body. Let me ask you. Yeah, living nightmare. Let me ask you, have you seen a little girl around here? Short, black hair, 7 years old? I mutter, Cheryl, in a voice that Lisa would not hear. A 7-year-old girl? What, she's your daughter? Yes. A 7-year-old girl? I can't say that I have. I was unconscious all this time. I'm sorry. That's alright. That was just as I expected, but I continue asking questions without showing my disappointment. Do you know anything about all that weird stuff in the basement? No. Why? Is there something down there? You don't know. Don't you work here? We're under strict orders never to enter the basement storeroom. After changing the subject to the hospital basement, I began to notice that my thoughts were becoming muddy. So I really don't know. What did you say was down there? Well, I try as hard as I can to remember the pitiful sight of that room in the basement. However, in trying to trace my memory back to then, that ringing, which had been gone for a while, returned to my ears. A sound like the bells of that church runs throughout my head. Damn, my head. What's wrong? Harry? Harry, let me help you. Harry? Lisa has vanished. After a while, I notice that my body is freezing cold. It is as if I am dead, but I am clearly conscious. Where is Lisa? I was definitely talking to her in this examination room. I no longer feel the evil presence that I felt in this room. No, in this entire hospital up until just before. From the window, soft light is pouring into the room. Was I dreaming? As I slowly get up, I hear the sound of a door opening. I instantly look toward the source of the sound. The creepy woman I met at the church was standing there with an expressionless look on her face. You were too late. It's you. Yes, Dahlia Giuseppe. Tell me everything you know. What's going on? Darkness, she responded before I was even done speaking. The town is being devoured by darkness. The woman continues while maintaining a devout look. Strength must overcome petty desire. Childish sleep talk. I knew this day would come. What are you talking about? I don't understand a word of this. Believe the evidence of your eyes. So I should believe the evidence of my eyes. I understand, even though he just said he didn't. I am in a situation in which I can only believe what I have seen with my own eyes. The other church in this town, that is your destination. This is beyond my abilities. Only you can stop it now. Have you not seen the crest marked on the ground all over town? So that's what I saw in the schoolyard. What does it mean? It is the mark of Samael. Don't let it be completed. Hey, wait! Game? Did the fucking game just freeze? So yes, the game did freeze. Apparently that's just a problem it has, but it is able to be fixed by before that whole hey wait with Dahlia, you have to load back to a previous point with the flowchart. So you know how you have to hold B and then press start or select one of those and it brings up the flowchart. You go back to the previous thing and then it just works for some reason.
I don't know how that works, but hey, there we go.
Also, was it Gillespie or was it Giuseppe? Hang on. Yeah, it is Gillespie. I don't know where I got Giuseppe from. Dahlia Gillespie. She places an oddly shaped key on an examination table with a tap, spins around, heads to the door, and then opens it. I open the door that she closed and roll out into the hospital corridor, but she is nowhere to be seen. The other church. But if I exclude the church I already visited, I do not see anything that looks like a church on the map. I slowly open the phone book attached to the payphone in the corridor. In there, a mark is present to guide me. It is next to the phone number for an antique shop in the northeast area of the shopping district. The door to the antique shop is ominously open. The open door connects to a staircase leading down to the basement. At the end of the stairs, there is another door. I insert the key I was carrying and slowly turn it. The inside of the shop is small. I take a look around using my flashlight and find that the place is such a mess that it looks almost as if it has been ransacked by a thief. Is something here? At first glance, I don't think that there is anything here that concerns me. However, I did not miss that which was hidden behind a shelf. I move the shelf step by step, and an eerie passage leading into the darkness appears. What's this? Harry! I look back toward the familiar voice. Sybil? Sybil, who should have left for the next town over to call for backup, was there. I'm glad you're okay. I shouldn't have left you. Things are worse than I thought. It's nuts. What are you doing here? I thought you left town. I saw you go in here, so I followed you. I couldn't get out. All the roads out of town are blocked. Cars have completely stopped running. The phones and radios are still out too. What about my daughter? Did you see her? I did see a girl. My heart began to beat faster. Was it Cheryl? I only caught a glimpse of her through the fog. I went after her, but she vanished. I don't know about your daughter, but... And you just let her go? Where was it? On Bachman Road. She was heading towards the lake. Now don't get excited. It wasn't like she ran off exactly. There's no place for her to go. The road has been obliterated. What? So then Cheryl. It was like she was walking on thin air. An uncomfortable silence occurs between the two of us. What about you? Anything? Yeah, I met this bizarre woman. Her name's Dahlia Gillespie. Do you know her? Dahlia Gillespie? No. And? She said something about the town being devoured by darkness. Gibberish like that. Any idea what it means? Darkness devouring the town. Must be on drugs. They sell them to tourists. The force still can't figure out who's behind it. None of our leads have panned out, and the investigation is stalled. Drugs? Sybil's response was far from what I had imagined, so I shake my head back and forth. What could drug trafficking have to do with all this? I really don't know, but maybe that's the darkness she was talking about. That's all I can think of. Sybil looked slightly irritated and took a long breath. Then she shifted her gaze to the passage behind the shelf. What's this? Just discovered it. Maybe there's something back there. Let's have a look. Sybil. I will go first. I will let Sybil go first. I should probably go first. It's funny how the people, they fade in, but they don't stay loaded in. Wait, we don't know what's back there. I'd better check it out first. I'm a cop, I should go. No, I'm going, I said in a rough tone. All right, I'll cover you from here. Be careful. If anything looks fishy, get back here on the double. Okay. I peer inside the hidden passage. Inside it looks like an unseen barrier of darkness has been set up, which makes it look like a place no one should enter. I intuitively sense that it would be dangerous to move into this passage. It is that kind of passage. I look back at Sybil once. Sybil. Yes? Do you know anything about, well, like some other world? It's like some kind of bad dream. What are you talking about? I'm not quite sure. I try to make sense of it, but then my mind goes blank. Everything's dark there, and I hear sirens in the distance. I met this nurse, Lisa. It's like I was there, but not really. It's all a blur, like some kind of hallucination, you know? I have no idea what you're talking about, Harry. Sybil spoke while shaking her head from side to side. Oh, I was just wondering. Never mind. Harry, you're tired. Yeah, maybe. Am I tired? Yes, I am tired. If that is all that it is, then that is fine. If my being tired is what caused me to see all the hallucinations up to this point, then Cheryl should return to me. The only thing is the sensation I'm feeling is not that of being tired. Rather, my body feels as if I've been on the floor sleeping continuously like a human in cold sleep, and I am feeling the agonizing suffering of not easily being able to escape from that state. Leaving Sybil behind, I step into the passage. I begin walking, carefully taking one step at a time. Sybil can probably no longer see me from where she is, even if I could see her from where I am. I made my way into the room at the end of the passage. It is small, and the smell of something having been burned is in the air. Once I saw an altar appear in the darkness, I realized that this is the church that Dahlia was talking about. I look around the area. An axe had been displayed on the wall. Nothing else stands out. While shaking my head, I decide to try going back through the passage I came from. And at that moment, a light bright enough to make me look away emanates from the altar. I think I heard the sound of a giant match being struck, and then two enormous pillars of flame rose from the altar, as if a ritual were beginning or something. Even at the distance I am at, I can feel the heat from those flames. My surprise in that heat caused me to fall into a state of barely being conscious, and then I gradually lose myself, until I finally end up lying face down on the concrete floor, and the coldness that remained in the floor was drained away by the heat as my consciousness grew distant. Are you okay? Harry? Harry? Where am I? Harry? Lisa? Then I'm in the hospital. You were having a bad dream. Was I? Hey, you don't look too good. Are you okay? I'm fine. Nothing you need to worry about. Well, if you're sure. Lisa, do you know a woman named Dahlia Gillespie? Oh yeah, that crazy Gillespie lady. She's kind of famous around here. She never sees anybody, so I don't know that much about her. But I heard her kid died in a fire, and supposedly she's been crazy ever since. Well, she says the town is being devoured by the darkness. Do you have any idea what she's talking about? The town devoured by the darkness? Yes, I think I do. Before this place was turned into a resort, the townspeople here are on the quiet side. Everybody followed some kind of queer religion. That's a choice word. Weird occult stuff. Black magic, that kind of thing. As young people moved away, the people figured they'd been summoned by the gods. Evidently, things like that used to happen around here all the time. Before the resort, there wasn't really anything else out here. Everyone was so flipped out. Gotta blame it on something. Then a lot of new people came in and everybody clammed up about it. A cult. Last time I heard anything about it was, gosh, years ago. When several people connected with developing the town died in accidents. People said it was a curse. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'll shut up. Lisa is... The reverberation of Lisa's "I'll shut up" remained in my ears. I wonder how long had I been asleep. I found myself in that antique shop again, lying face down in the same position I was in just a short while ago. Was that another dream? Did I pass out again? I don't want to think so, but maybe this is all just going on in my head. I could have had a car accident, and now I'm lying unconscious in a hospital bed. I don't know what's real anymore. Sybil said Cheryl was heading towards the lake, but the road to the lake is blocked. Aren't there any other roads? Lisa would probably know. Although I am limited in what I can do, I still have one piece of information for finding Cheryl, so I cannot just remain here. I energetically stand up, open the door of the antique shop, and rush back into the town. The town has turned into that nightmarish world. It's as if the danger in this town increases with every second. In order to find Lisa, I turn on the flashlight on my chest and begin to run at full speed. I left the antique shop with the intention of reuniting with Lisa, but I discover that all the roads leading to the hospital are blocked. With no other choice, I enter the shopping mall, the town center, in the shopping district. Inside, everything has naturally changed to the other world as well. I can hear the groans of monsters in the vicinity, and it would not be surprising if they attacked at any moment. The floor has changed to metal grating. This building looks as if it has been left in ruins for several hundred years. Large monitors have been placed in the hall at the entrance to greet shoppers. After wandering around the first floor and finding nothing interesting, I begin heading up to the powered-down escalator, and at that moment, suddenly light overflows from out of the monitors in the hall. The bound Cheryl was displayed on the screens.
Daddy, help me.
Cheryl! I turn around and run back down the escalator towards the first floor hall. The image of Cheryl on the monitors then begins to get more and more fuzzy until it dissolves to video static on the picture tube. Picture tube? And then, in place of Cheryl, an eerie crest is displayed. It looked a lot like that which I saw in the courtyard of the elementary school. I pound on the monitors. I pound with all my strength. as if I believed that Cheryl was trapped inside the picture tube. However, Cheryl's image did not appear again. Damn. I am convinced Cheryl was definitely taken away by someone and is being held by them, and she is waiting for me to rescue her. I must hurry, I say to myself. All right. Search the second floor, search the first floor. I think the second floor. The second floor is more brutal than first, and is completely deserted. However, I am paying attention. I can hear a sound like a liquid substance splashing from somewhere. I can sense that something that is not human is there. I turn toward the direction of the noise and begin to run, and then I discover the source of the noise. As soon as I step there, the section of the floor that I was standing on gives way and falls with me on top of it. I scream almost right away. Although I just fell one floor, strangely enough I am not hurt. The floor of the somewhat wide room is sandy, and it is most certainly what cushioned my fall. I pick up the rifle at my feet and try readying it. As I do so, an unspeakably unpleasant tremor comes from below me, and it shakes my entire body. It is not something that I can see. I decide this because I felt it only from below me. I can clearly tell that something with a long body, like a caterpillar, is moving around below me. As I move, it moves in the same direction, so it is obvious that it is aiming for me as it moves. And then it shows itself. The worm. It is a giant caterpillar about 5 meters long. It sprays a green liquid from its fierce, tusk-covered mouth. I can tell that the liquid is poisonous just from looking at it, and that it is definitely being discharged towards me. I did not dodge it in time, so some of that liquid got on my arm. The pain is sharp. Red is rising up where the poisonous liquid got on me, as if it is dissolving the components of my skin. Damn. Fire the rifle, run. I don't remember this boss at all. Shit. I think you just blammo, because the rifle is strong. I am in danger now. I once again ready the rifle that I just picked up, and then I rain bullets into the creature that has appeared above ground. Green fluid began to leak from its abdomen, so it twisted its large body and once again burrowed underground. A steel plate is conveniently lying in the middle of the area. If I can just get on top of it, then I should be able to avoid direct attack. However, I move on to the steel plate, stay where I am. Move on to the steel plate. After moving onto the steel plate, I discovered one problem with doing so. I can no longer tell where it is coming from. I can only go with my intuition. Just where is it going to appear from? I gamble. Oh shit. Okay. Now we may die. Now we may die. I've been going good this whole time. Now I have no way of knowing. The side? From the side, I ready the rifle with my right hand. I can quickly attack to the left, but it will take a little time to attack to the right. So I wager on the left. I calm my breathing so that I will be able to fire as soon as I see it. However, it went against my prediction and appeared behind me. I won't make it in time. As soon as I turned around, and a shower of poisonous liquid sprayed from its mouth and fell all over my face. Ugh! I cannot even speak. I wiped my face with my hands. This time I felt the pain of burning on the palms of my hands. I aimed at it and pulled the trigger over and over. The sounds of an explosion and then a scream repeat over and over. Then a giant tremor shakes the earth and escapes underground. Without resting, I stand, because my intuition tells me that Cheryl is in danger. I leave the town center. Wait, where? It didn't matter? Wait, you're gonna tell me it didn't matter that I just got my shit wrecked and I didn't kill the caterpillar? Okay, let me show you something. So you hold, I guess it's B, and then you press this, and here's the flowchart, right? And it goes to each decision, I think. Well, I think each red one is a decision. And then it goes like this. Huh. Reunion with Elisa. Wait, chapter 11? Damn! That's pretty far. I guess there's no branch, so I guess getting hit was fine. Weird. Perhaps the caterpillar from before was blocking my path to the hospital as my route, which had been blocked until just before was now restored. The entire town seemed like the insides of an enormous living thing. If a part of it is treated, then a part of it is destroyed. If a part of it disappears, then a part of it appears. I get the feeling that I am wandering about within a living organism that has become a labyrinth. I opened the gate to the hospital and then energetically opened the door of the examination room. Inside, Lisa was waiting for me.
Hell yeah, buddy.
But I will end it there. We've made it back to the hospital. And apparently, chapter 11. I don't know how many chapters there are, but I'm pretty sure we're getting close to the end. I don't exactly remember all of the story beats of the game, but like, as far as I can remember, we fight a moth on top of the hospital, right? And then something with the sewers, and then the motel, and then the sewers again, and then the amusement park, and then we're at the end. I think. I don't exactly remember, but maybe like 2 more parts for the main playthrough? Maybe. But alright. I've been Player One. And I'll see you next time when we go ahead and talk to Lisa. Alright. Bye bye.